While the summer is a fun time for a lot of different activities, in terms of birding, it can feel like a bit of a dead zone. Migration has all but ceased, and many species seem to disappear altogether. It's the time of the year when birders sometimes even just shut it down and focus on other things. We dub this part of the birding year the summer slump. However, during the latter half of August, things start to change. The slowness of summer gives way to the absolute excitement of fall, which in my opinion is one of the best seasons in birding. Here are 5 reasons birding in fall is incredibly fun. Migratory flights. In spring, millions of birds make their way from their southern wintering grounds into their northern breeding areas. What goes up must come down, and this is true of birds as well, meaning millions of birds are moving around in the fall as well. Some of these species move under the cover of nightfall, but others are extremely conspicuous with their flights. Some obvious species that start moving around are Canada geese and sandhill cranes, which certainly are something to see when large flocks of them are honking and traveling through the air. But there are other species that create even more of a spectacle. Here's one of them, the common nighthawk. During a few select days a year, these acrobatic aerial insectivores can be seen filling the sky in the early evening, swooping and swirling around en route to their southern breeding areas. In addition to nighthawks, regular hawks are also making their way south. In fact, this is a great time of the year to participate in hawk watches, which are essentially gatherings to view and count the individual birds and species seen flying overhead, with hawks in particular being on the move. One species to note is the broadwing hawk, which migrates in massive groups, giving birders the chance to see their large flocks kettling up above during fall. Sparrows. In many parts of the country, fall is sparrow season, as these small, often secretive birds are on the move. Some particular species essentially disappear into their breeding areas for the summer, and then reappear in September and October. Some of these migratory species that birders covet most are Nelson sparrows and the large and beefy Harris's sparrows that make their way into the continental US during this time. In addition to these species, birds that are much more common in the winter like dark-eyed juncos and American tree sparrows also start popping up. Overall, fall is a great time of the year to see sparrows that have gone for the summer, and if you know where to look, you can even find some rare ones. Shorebirds. Late summer and early fall are when shorebirds start making their way out of their northern breeding areas en route to their wintering grounds. Shorebirds are a broad group of birds generally categorized together for their habit of spending their time near shallow waters, such as lakes and ocean shores. They can also be found in muddy or flooded fields. Some species travel all the way from the high Arctic to the southern parts of South America, and during their migration, they show up in a variety of places in the continental United States. Buff-breasted sandpipers, American golden plovers, and black-bellied plovers are just a few of the species that can be seen during this fall shorebird migration. While shorebirds can certainly be found in spring migration, fall offers some unique opportunities to see species that are actually more common during the southern flight than the northern, and are definitely an exciting part of the fall. Changes in conditions. While some people love the hot summer weather, fall brings in cooler temperatures much more pleasant to go out in. In addition to some nice variation in temperature, many of the biting insects which serve as a major deterrent to birding in the heart of summer are gone. Both of these things make the time spent outdoors a lot more fun than during the summer. But there are other changes that make this time of the year special as well. In many parts of the country, fall weather also brings in the colors. Trees start to go dormant for the winter and lose their green chlorophyll, leaving behind brilliant yellows, oranges, and reds. The beauty of this season mixed with the energy of animals getting ready for the winter leads to a wistful kind of beauty in the world, making for an excellent backdrop for a birding adventure. Warblers are back. While spring is usually thought of as the time of the year to see warblers, birders actually have the chance to catch them on the way south in the fall too. Depending on the exact part of the country, most of the same species that can be seen in spring can also be seen in the fall, with some particular species being even more abundant due to the different migratory paths they take. There is one caveat, however. Many of these warblers no longer sport their extremely bright breeding plumage, but rather a more drab non-breeding plumage. Even so, it's really fun to be able to get another look at these energetic little birds. Plus, if you happen to miss seeing something like a Cape May or bay-breasted warbler in spring, this could be the time to add it to your year list. Fall is certainly a season that can provide some unique birding opportunities. The combination of millions of birds moving across North America, the changes in weather, and the beautiful views create an incredible energy in the air. What's your favorite part of birding in fall? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, check out one of these videos about birding in fall too. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.